So, Will, your top story today is a knockoff-looking iPhone, actually, from a brand. Oh, I remember this brand. Echo? Is that how you say it? Echo? Why do I feel like this brand... Were they ever in touch? I don't know how long they've been doing it. But anyway, they launched a new smartphone that can only be described as a shameless knockoff of the iPhone 14 Pro series, right down to the triple lens rear camera design and dynamic island. But look closer, and there are some unwelcome hidden surprises. The S1 Pro, 8 gigs of RAM, 128 storage, 5,000 milliamp hour battery. It looks like an iPhone, obviously. Probably should order one of these up. I'd like to inspect one of these things. Yeah, that could be a kind of interesting segment. Called the Echo S1 Pro and costing $135. The copycat device is certainly more affordable than Apple's iPhone 14 Pro models. Yeah, just a little bit. 6.5-inch display, which is LCD rather than OLED. Resolution is 1600 by 728, and it has a 60 hertz refresh rate. Yeah, we're lacking pixels. We're lacking refresh. We're lacking OLED. It does have a dynamic island-like pill-shaped section, which does look like they somehow integrated in the software as well.
That's pretty convincing.
Yeah, but you know when you get in there, clicking, clapping, tapping, that thing's not bouncing around with any type of spunkiness. I feel like it might be a little... But hey, who knows? I don't really know. Maybe they pulled it off, Will. So we've seen these in the past. Like you can go on AliExpress or whatever, and you see as they get closer and closer to release, even you have devices that are mimicking upcoming devices, and then there's such a wide variety of knockoffs. So even in the knockoff universe, it's like, okay, this is a very bad knockoff, and the quality's terrible, and so on. And then there are some that are almost convincing. And then there are some that are not from brands at all, but they just call it like the iPhone whatever, and it's not, and it just doesn't have an Apple logo on it. So it's a spectrum of copycat, and there seems to be some gap between copycat and counterfeit. Is once you get into trying to mimic iOS, and then you have something that looks exactly like an iPhone, doesn't have some other brand on it, has no brand actually, and then has a settings menu that's one-to-one mimicking iOS, well, at that point, you're counterfeit. But in this one, on the other hand, it's in that gray area where it's like, well, it's a different brand. They put a different model on it. Obviously, hugely inspired. It gets confusing, doesn't it?
And it makes people, like, this is what bothers me. It's that someone is going to buy this and use it on a regular basis. And it looks exactly like the iPhone, but not probably perform.
Yeah, I know, but the person who buys it will know that they only paid $135 for it, right? So, like, they'll know they don't have an iPhone. They'll know they paid $135, and maybe they'll be okay with that. They'll be like, I want something that looks like an iPhone. I mean, here's the other aspect of it, Will, is like you get a lot of people passing judgment based on the type of phone you're using. Like, look at that guy. He's got that old beater. That old duster over there.
BlackBerry.
What kind of life is that guy leading?
Yeah.
And so some people might be saying, I'm sick of getting treated subpar over here. I'm going to throw the 135 and just walk around town like I'm on an iPhone. Now, I'm not suggesting you should do that. You should probably, like, who cares about those people? Whatever. Use your beater, use your duster, do your thing. That's my advice in general. But I'm not surprised. But I would like to actually inspect it and see how close it really gets.
Yeah, we should get it.